Hey guys, Rich here with Brotherhood Reviews, and we're back talking about House of Dragons episode 6. And with episode 6, we get the 10-year time skip, and we get two new actresses playing Alicent and Rhaenyra, and they pick up right where where the other actresses left off. I just want to shout them out real quick because it is hard to take somebody else's performance and kind of mimic that just in an older sense. So I want to give them their props because in this episode you really couldn't tell the difference of people. You really felt like that they've been the same people the whole time through, and it's very hard to do that. But this is a breakdown, and let's go over what has happened in the 10 years. Rhaenyra has had 2 boys and we are meeting her, and she is having her third. They all have black hair, and the queen immediately wants to see this child after it's born, so she gets cleaned up and goes with the baby to the queen. Now the queen, Alicent, she is very adamant about pushing Rhaenyra out of being a king, being the queen, and really pushing Aegar to try and fight for his throne. Now, a lot of rumors are going around because all her kids have black hair, saying that they're all bastard children, and we see that Sir Christian is no longer her betrothed and the one that she is sleeping with. He is now the guard of the king and the head of the Night's Watch, which is the Hand's son, the House of Strong or something like that, I believe. He is now like watching over the queen, the princess, and those are her pretty much kids' father, while her husband still gallivants and does his own thing. Now, with rumors getting even crazier, she tries to make amends with the queen, so the queen will stop going after her, saying her oldest will marry her daughter, so everything stays in the bloodline. Everybody grows up to be her kids will rule with her kids. Their kids will rule together when she's done. And she said she'll consider it, but she's not having it. She's trying to convince the king, like, those aren't his kids. There'd be no way that they'd have black hair if she's married to a Valerian. So he's like, stop looking too much into it, just let it be. And she's, the queen's not having it. So, oh God, what is his name? I just finished watching it. But the guy in the last episode who was really in the queen's ear about, Rhaenyra taking the tea from the maester and all that, he's talking to her, and she's telling him how, like, oh yeah, the Hand resigned, but the king, wouldn't let him, and I need my father here because I have nobody on my side. So he pretty much sets up somebody to kill the Hand, and it's crazy. This is why I love it. Like I said, we're starting to get into the real gritty Game of Thrones backhanded stuff. So now we have him just killing them, and the Alicent that's not what she had wanted. So she is very upset about this, but now her hands are dirty, and he's sitting there like, I believe you will reward me for this one day. Not right now, but sometime soon I will be rewarded for what I just did. So not only did he kill the people who pretty much could have proven whether or not the queen, the princess was, having an affair with, but they also killed the hand. So it's like a double-edged sword, and it's going to force the king to go back to her father, which is kind of like, playing into her favor, but she just didn't want it to go this way. Now we also get to see what Damon is going on, and he takes pretty much Rhaenyra's Lenore's sister, the one that they were trying to marry off to the king. He ends up taking her as a wife. They end up having 2 daughters, and she's pregnant with a third. They talk about cutting her open like they did to Rhaenyra's mother, and he says no, that's not happening. And she ends up getting up, going out and doing death by fire with the dragons. And I respect it. She said she was going out a rider's death, and she wasn't gonna get what she wanted. Damon already said they're staying there. So you see the kids mourning on the roof of the castle that they were given, and we'll just see what happens next, because I know Damon's been in there reading all the war books and all that, so maybe he's just building a strategy, and he's probably going to strategize so they can actually pose a fight when he tries to fight for the crown. But that's pretty much the meat and potatoes of what happened. Sir Christian does fight. I think it's Harwin Strong. They do fight, and they, some words are being said, and it happens. So they just get into a fight, and that's really what makes him lose his job, and really what spirals everything and makes Rhaenyra end up, Rhaenyra and them end up leaving and going to Casterly Rock, I believe, or Dragonstone. They go to Casterly Rocks is where the Lannisters are from. I don't know why I thought of that, but they go to Dragonstone because she's like, we should have did this from the beginning, because there's too many people for her to be doing the things she's doing. Her being in King's Landing is just, there's too many people in her business. So her best bet was to leave before rumors get too crazy, and she can't, put a halt to them where they are. Now this is turning out to be a great show. I can't wait to see how the kingdoms form and all that, because it's going to be another time skip, because the kids have to get a little bit older for them to even start fighting for anything. Now, yeah, it's just, I can't wait for the next episode. But this is my episode 6 breakdown. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Hope you guys have a good day, time, night, whenever you guys are listening to this. Thank you.